Well, it looks like it is summertime now. My second season here at the property. I mean, it's only been 3 months since I've been here, but you know, I arrived in the spring and now I'm here in the summer. And with summer being here, that means monsoon season has arrived. So today, it looks like we might get some rain. 81% chance of rain today. So, yay. Be quite honest with you, this whole entire area, probably this whole entire state, really could use the rain. The lakes are really low. Everything is really dry. There's tons of wildfires going on right now. So, I really hope we're going to get the rain for this monsoon season. But anyways, since it does call for rain today and it is very overcast right now with all the clouds in the sky, it looks like I'm going to have to hunker down in the bus, relax today. No work out here today. But I need to film my part 2 of my Q&A. So that's right, I've already done part 1 of answering all you guys' questions y'all had for me. But I didn't finish because there were so many questions. So today's video is going to be part 2 of all of y'all's questions. So, get comfortable, grab a seat, grab some popcorn, or whatever you like to snack on. And let's get into it. More questions and more answers. Alrighty, let's get into it. Try to knock these out really quickly. Like I said in my last Q&A part 1, I'm going to try to answer these as best as I can and as short as I can, so this isn't a 8-hour long video. Starting to get some raindrops right now, so it looks like the rain is coming. Yay! Alrighty. Let's see. You have the cutest voice and you're not bad either. Well, thank you, Vinny. Appreciate that. Alrighty. Questions. Vinny also, after that nice little compliment, asks, wouldn't you really rather live on a beach? Well, funny thing is, I'm not a big beach person. Now, my little dog over here, you want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? Now, this one right here, her favorite place in the whole entire universe is the beach. She loves the freaking beach. Out of all the places that me and her have been to, and we've experienced it all, like the mountains, the forests, the rivers, the lakes, the desert, the ocean, you name it, we've been there. She seems to be the most excited when we go to the ocean. So the ocean and the beach is all about her. Mama, not so much. I'm not a big, huge beach person. So yeah. But little one likes the beach. Alrighty, we got a long comment from Mitch Roberts. Mitch Roberts said, I respect your decision, but once I hear a channel deletes comments using moderators, I unsubscribe. It's just me, I'm old school, and don't believe in that kind of control and manipulation. I believe in freedom of speech. I prefer reality. If they break YouTube rules and comments, they can be reported otherwise. It's just words, positive or negative. Like the saying goes with life in general, Have to take the good with the bad. Guessing my comment will be deleted, but at least it was read by someone. Peace. I didn't delete your comment, and actually, I don't see anything wrong with that comment because you were just actually respectfully voicing your opinion there. Respectfully. So I appreciate that. Thank you. So I will address that. I do have moderators, and my moderators, I have asked them to delete any negative comments if they see them. They know which ones are negative and which ones are just, like some people would say your comment here was negative. I don't see that comment as being negative. This is just you voicing your opinion, and you did it respectfully and not rude. The comments that I asked my moderators to delete are the idiotic comments where I am called names, where I almost am threatened, those kind of comments, because I do have little kids that watch my videos, and I don't want the little kids to see idiotic negative comments like that. Second of all, I've already said multiple times in my videos that I suffer with mental illnesses, depression, and some other things. And so reading negative stuff like that where it's very rude about me or trashing me, or because this has happened, people telling me that I'm worthless and that I should go off myself, those are comments that I don't want on my channel, and they do affect me, especially if I'm having a bad day with my mental mental well-being. It will really affect me very, very badly. So those are the comments that I asked to be deleted. Comments like this, whereas some people find it rude, I don't find it rude, because you did exactly what you said you were doing. You were respectful about it, and you were just voicing your opinion and concern. That didn't bother me at all. Now, the thing that bothered me was good old Miss Judy replied to your comment and said, "So, well said. I had to unsubscribe too." Judy, you're still subscribed to my channel, and you're still watching my videos, because every single one of my videos you leave a ridiculous comment under. I addressed you in my last video, the first Q&A, part 1. So thanks for hanging around, Judy. You're still here. So Mitch, I understand what you were saying. My moderators don't control my channel. They don't control my comments. They don't control anything. They just try to keep the idiotic, ridiculous, negative, horrible comments off of my channel, so me or the kids that watch my channel don't have to see them. I hope you're still here, and I hope that you're seeing this right now. So stick around. Let's see. By the ways, I just want to let you guys know, I said this in the first part 1 Q&A video. I'm reading all these comments for the very first time on camera. I didn't go through all these comments and sift through them and all that stuff, because I am a reality channel, and I do keep things real on my channel. So me answering the comments as I see them shows you this is reality. I don't have time to think of a good answer for this question or anything like that. I'm reading it and seeing the comments right now on camera. All right. So sometimes it might take me a minute because I'm having to go through all this. John Nada said, think about what type of dog you want in the future. Maybe one large enough to fend off coyotes and eagles like a Kelpie. Don't get a yapper, though. Something silent and fearless, but completely non-aggressive. Okay, so, you know, I know that my little one is getting up there in age. I mean, as I'm filming this right now and talking to you guys and answering these questions, today's her 14th birthday. We are going to be doing a live video in a little bit for her birthday. So she is getting up there in age. And I've had my little baby since she was 3 months old. She is my daughter. She is my everything. And I love my dog so much. I know that I don't have a whole lot of time left with her. I pray and wish and hope that I have at least a few more years with her, but I do see that she's slowing down tremendously now. So thinking of another dog right now is definitely something that I just can't cross my mind right now, you know. When that time comes, will I get another dog? It's going to be a hard time, and it's something I just don't even want to think about, to be honest with you. Right away, I probably will not get another dog. In the future, I probably will, most definitely, because I love dogs, I love animals, and they're great companionships. But that's going to be a hard time when that time comes. So it will take me a while before I can let another dog come into my life and love that dog unconditionally like I do this dog right here. I would have to grieve and get over her first. So, but eventually I will, and it probably will be a big dog, actually. All right. Luna the Leo said, Sarah, I've been wondering if you have any close family members you're in touch with. I mean, parents, siblings, or children. I don't have that myself, so I'm always curious about other people who might possibly share the same situation. If you're intentionally keeping that part of your life away from the channel, I totally understand. Luna, I assume that you must be fairly new to the channel, so I understand why you asked that question. I have my Aunt Cindy and I have my cousins. I do not have, both of my parents have passed away. The only family I really actually have is my Aunt Cindy, which is my best friend in the whole entire world. I talk about her a lot on my channel and my videos because I put my aunt on a pedestal and I look up to my aunt. She is an inspiration to me, and she's one of the best humans. She is the best human I've ever met in my whole entire life. I'm lucky to have an amazing aunt like her. And then I have my amazing cousins and their little kids, which are my cousins also. And amazing cousins I have. Between my cousins and the kids and my aunt, I'm pretty blessed with just having them in my life. So that's who I have, you know, in my life as my family. Let's see. Mr. Max said, Hi, Sarah. I have a couple questions for you. What is your main goal in life? And then number 2, you mentioned that you prefer camping in the U.S. How do you feel about traveling abroad? Would you like to visit Cuba or the Bahamas? Thank you. Maxim from Russia. My main goal in life is to be happy. I've been miserable my whole life, my whole entire life. I was a miserable person. So my goal now is to be happy. To be happy. And be at peace. Be at peace. Happiness and peace. And, yeah, that's my main goal. Happiness and peace. I'm working on it every day. Traveling abroad. I do. I would love to travel abroad. I have 3 places that are outside of the United States that are my top 3 places that I really, they're like bucket list items. I absolutely would love to go and explore and visit and see, in no particular order, Canada, Australia, and South Africa. Canada for the beautiful Mother Nature that they have there, those big, huge mountains. Mountains are my favorite part of nature. So I would love to go to Canada and experience all that. Australia, I want to do the outbacking in Australia. I want to go see those kangaroos. I want to go do the outbacking. That would be awesome. In South Africa, just the wildlife. I absolutely would love to go to South Africa to see all the wildlife that they have out there. Yeah, one day, but I can't do it right now because of her. My little one, she is 14 years old. She has heart issues right now. So she is on medication for the rest of her life. She has a grade 6 heart murmur, an enlarged heart, and fluid around her heart. So she is on medication that she takes in the morning and she takes before she goes to bed every single day for the rest of her life. So traveling outside of the country right now is not feasible for me right now. I can't do that when I have my child with the health conditions. One day I will be traveling outside of the country. I do look forward to it. I've actually never really experienced going out of the country yet. So that is something I do definitely look forward to. But right now, I have plenty of time with my life to do stuff like that. She doesn't. So that's my number one and my highest priority in my life. So that's why I don't travel out of the country right now. Let's see. Stephen Baylor said, I am not in your shoes, but I can say I love your spirit and independence. Thank you, Stephen. How much water are you going to store? And as far as fuel for heat and cooking, what are your ideas? Good question. Right now, on board on the bus, I think it's 27 gallons of water I keep on the bus on board. The 27 gallons of water that I keep on the bus right now, I'm pretty sure that's correct. Hold on, because I just bought another water jug. So 14, 21. So it might be like 26 actually. 25 or 26 gallons of water that I'm able to carry on the bus. With the 25, 26 gallons of water alone, I'm able to last off-grid somewhere for about a month with just 25, 26 gallons of water. And then I do have I'll have bottles of water too for drinking. But now I don't know if you guys can see out the back window, but it's in my videos. I do have a 450 gallon water tank on the property that I bought. Doing the math and knowing how long 25, 26 gallons of water lasted me and doing the math on that, this should last me about half a year. I should only have to refill this water tank outside maybe once or twice a year, hopefully. Just because I have a water tank now and just because I have land and a home and all that stuff now does not mean that I'm going to start going crazy with water or whatever. You know, I'm still going to be living very minimalist. I'm still going to be living, you know, using my water and everything very sparingly like I've been doing when I was traveling on the road. I'm still going to live like that. Just because I have a home now does not mean I'm going to go crazy and everything. So, so yeah, so I have about 475 gallons of water now. My fuel for heat and cooking, I have propane tanks. So the propane tanks, they last me for a long time. It's just me, you know. So, and then I do plan on getting a wood burning stove for the shed. I think that will be good for the winter time. And then I do have a diesel heater for the bus that I haven't installed yet. So I will be putting the diesel heater on the bus, and that'll be good for, you know, the winter time too. So that will use diesel. I do have a big diesel container that I'll be able to store the diesel in, so I don't have to run in town so much to go get diesel for the diesel heater. So so yeah, so that's propane, diesel for the diesel heater, and then the wood burning stove when that time comes. And let's see. Boon Doctor said, and this goes to show you that I don't, you know, this is a comment that is negative and it's whatever, but it's this person's opinion. So, because it's an opinion, actually. So, it's still here, the comment, you know. So, my moderators are really good about knowing which comments to delete and stuff. Good old Boon Doctor said, I would never leave those trees for that crap desert you have. But you do you. And I'm doing me. I do me. I do me every day. So, I do what makes me happy and what's good for me. And whereas you may not like the desert, that's you. So you do you also. I like the desert. A lot of people like the desert. I love the desert. I love the wide open views that we have here. I love the desert. It's my life. It's what makes me happy. So I'll keep doing me. Thank you. Phil Williams said, I need to do this, but I'm broke. So how can I? Just start saving and live very minimalist. Live very minimalist. Watch what you spend your money on. Don't, there's no need for you to go out to eat, you know, all the time, or buy these fancy clothes, or, you know, just live very minimalist. Figure out how to live minimalist. I am not rich by all means. I do not have a lot of money in the bank by all means. I will not be doing all this overnight. That's a good thing about having this land, is you can do this on your own terms, your own finances, your own time. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm doing the things here on this land what I feel like are important first for me. That's what I'll spend the money on. But I'm doing it on my own time and stuff, if that makes sense. I got the land with 2 other people also. So we went into this whole land and split a lot of things 3 ways. A lot of the tools and everything that we have here, we've been splitting 3 ways. I'll be honest with you, one of my friends, she's already had like a lot of the tools, which has saved us some time and money by just using the tools that she had. And she is nice enough to share her tools with me and the other person here on the property. So that has been very helpful and saved us some money, for sure. Purchasing the land, we got a great deal on the land, and splitting it 3 ways was even better. Arizona is known to have some of the cheapest land in the whole entire United States, so it was a great deal. You just got to figure it out. You got to sit down, you write out all your bills that you have, and the bills that you feel like are not important, that you really don't need, cancel them. And that's more money in your account. So you just got to figure out how to live very minimalist. Oh, look at the babies. Look at her. She's just laying there, just... She's got such a hard life. I know, I'm talking about you, babies. I'm talking about you. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to, like I said, this is my first time reading all this, so... Oh, Miss Carolyn Day, this really isn't much of a question, but I'm going to go ahead and read it. It's a little long. It says, "Hi, Sarah. I believe that by next spring you will be able to really relax and enjoy your desert oasis area while embracing the wind season. You will have created a peaceful and serene place in your courtyard area using additional storage units as windbreaks, other wind barriers, vegetation, and water features. These things are a crucial starting point for you and your dog and for your mental health. A true oasis, which you will have created." And let's see. So thank you, Carolyn. I appreciate that. And everything that you just said is going to go along with this new huge project that I have coming up. And I've really been keeping this project a secret from you guys. And I'm going to let you guys kind of figure it out once I start the project. See if you guys can figure out what I'm doing. But then I'll eventually tell y'all what's going on. But it's going to go towards my little desert oasis here for sure. And I'm so excited about this project. So excited. And it's going to help with the wind. No wind today. Okay. Ellen Stuffle Street said, "I love your videos. What's your baby dog's real name?" I think I addressed that in the other Q&A video, the part 1. I do call her little one a lot. I call her tiny one. I call her little one. I call her sweetheart, tiny face. I have so many nicknames for her. But her real, actual name is Taja. That is her real, actual name, Taja. And it's with a J, and it means princess, like my name means little princess. So, so I kind of kept that theme of the names. And I know I call her little one more than I do Taja, but she knows her real name. All right. Hello, Bob Kalo, or Callow, said, "Hello, Sarah. Have you decided on what little house to live in?" I did, and I actually released a video of it. So if you go back maybe a couple weeks, look for the announcement of what kind of home I want to live in. The home that I've chosen to build out here will not be done this year. I want to really make sure that that's the home that I want to, because that's a big decision to make, you know. So, even though I'm pretty confident and sure that this is the home that I want to have, for me, I would like to still live out here for the rest of the year and experience all the seasons here and really get to know the land a little bit more. I've only been out here on the land for about 3 months now. So I feel like 3 months is not a good enough time to really have get to know your land and, You know, I haven't even experienced all the seasons out here. This is only my second season right now. I got here during spring and it's summer now. So, the big project that I have coming up, though, that I'm about to start on in about 3 to 4 weeks, that project has a little bit to do with it's going to be a temporary home issue for me, but it's also, once I get my house built, it'll be turned into something else. So, yeah, it's so hard not telling you guys about this project I have coming up. It's a lot of work. Excuse me. So, yeah, I did decide on what kind of home I want, which will I'll start building that probably next year, after I've been here for a full year and experienced all the seasons here. And to make sure I don't change my mind, because I'm good at doing that a lot, changing my mind. So basically, I'll just give you a rough thing to answer it. But you can go back in a couple weeks ago and watch that video, and I break it all down to you. It's going to be a house that's going to be underground a little bit, and I'll probably be doing some cob or adobe with a Quonset hut. So, all right. Okay, Angie S4Q2W said, "Hi, Sarah. I remember when you had that person following you and stalking you, and you were very concerned. Did you end up going to court and finally resolving that situation? I think it's wonderful that you and your friends purchased lands. Good luck and have a wonderful day." As you guys notice, I don't mention anything about my stalker anymore after running into him face to face. I don't want to talk about that person anymore. For 2 years, I had to deal with that whole situation, and I was stressed over it. I started traveling with other people because I felt unsafe to be by myself. It's part of the reason why I got land with other people and didn't get land just by myself, is that was a big, huge part of that. I tried. I have reports made in multiple police reports across 3 different states. Even went to the FBI, and you cannot get help for a situation like that. Even though I had all the evidence and everything, basically, I was told that until he physically harms me or anything like that, there's nothing that they can do. So, I just gave up on that whole entire situation, and if it ever comes down to it where I have to protect myself, by all means, I will. Hopefully that does not come to that. Ever since I ran into him at the gas station, face to face, I have not heard anything from him. So, hopefully, confronting him at that gas station just helped, I guess. I don't know. But I don't even talk about that situation anymore, and I don't even acknowledge that situation anymore, because I'd like to keep that in my past, and hopefully that's exactly where it is in the past, and I don't have to deal with it anymore. So, very disappointed, though, that you can't get help for situations like that anymore. You have to wait till stuff happens, and that's horrible, but it's the world we live in, I guess. How old is... Alright, Brenda Green said, "How old is little one, and did you get her as a pup?" Little one is 14 today. She turned 14. I did get her when she was 3 months old. I got her from an animal shelter, and it's almost like it was meant to be. to get her because the animal shelter people had named her Georgia. I'm originally from Georgia, so it was almost like it was meant to be. And yeah, so I've had her since she was 3 months, and when I first got her, she fit in the palm of my hand, literally the palm of my hand. So I've had her whole entire life. Yeah. Okay. John Oliver said, beautiful place. Do you ever miss working and living in Nevada? No. No. Far as working in Nevada, my whole entire life I was in the bar business, and I do not miss working in the bars at all. Even if this my YouTube channel crashed and I wasn't making money with YouTube anymore, or I was going broke, even though being in the bar business was the only job I ever did my whole entire life since I was 18 years old, I would not go back to working in the bar business. I've been sober for a little over 8 years now, and just being around drunk people, like drunk people, which are in bars, really annoys me. I don't mind being around friends that are having a beer or a glass of wine or having a drink, but you know, the drunk people are like the ones pounding the shots, or you know, getting crazy and getting obnoxious and stuff like that. I don't like being around stuff like that. So it really just gets under my skin, and it annoys me. And I used to be one of those people, so I'm not judging, because I used to be one of those people. Living in Nevada, I mean, just living in a city, period, I do not miss at all. Nothing against Nevada, because I love Nevada. I loved living in Las Vegas for 16 years that I lived there. But it's just not my cup of tea anymore. I do not like cities. My anxiety just driving through a city is just shoots out the roof, my anxiety. So, no, I don't miss working and living in a city. Okay. Let's see. Still reading, sorry. Somebody did mention something about trees. Jim V mentioned something about, you know, growing trees out here, planting them 6 to 8 feet apart. You know, when I first got out here, I did not even think about planting trees. Am I thinking about it now? Most definitely. A lot of you guys have said that in the comments. So, reading your comments about the trees definitely started making me think about planting trees. So I have started doing my research on what kind of trees that I can grow out here on this land. I have actually gone to a nursery, a plant nursery in one of the other towns, and I talked to somebody that worked there also. Right now, during the summertime, is not a good time to start planting trees. Now, when I first arrived here in the springtime, that would have been a good time to start planting trees. So, it's the summertime, which is not a good time to plant trees because of the heat and everything. So, in the future, I will be looking into planting trees on the property, and my friends are in agreement with that also, because the trees will definitely help with a windbreak. And then let's face it, I love looking at trees too. So, so yes, I will be planting trees. It's just I cannot do it right now during this season right here of summertime. So, I already have looked into what kind of trees. It really would be awesome if I could plant some pine trees out here, because there is pine trees in the neighboring areas around here. This is high elevation, But I haven't done my research on pine trees. And I don't think pine trees can really grow on this land, but that's something I'll have to, I just thought of that the other day. So that's something I'll have to look into, but I don't think pine trees will make it here. But there is some other trees that I can grow out here. So let's see. Rich said, what's your future in 10 years? Goals for the property? Oh, that's so funny. I swear to God, I did not see this comment when I just told you guys that about the trees. So Rich said, goals for the property, and you should try planting pine trees. Or different trees at your place. That is hilarious. Oh, that's so funny that that's the very next comment after I just said that. Well, I just answered your question about the trees. Goals for the property. What are my future goals? What's my future in 10 years, and what's the goals for the property? The goals for the property, I want to make this livable. I want to make this self-sustainable. Eventually, we will have a greenhouse. We'll be growing our own food. My goals for my future. I'm gonna be completely on. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. So, Rich, you probably had the best question right here. So, I don't think I've ever really discussed this on my channel. My whole entire life, I worked in the bar business. Whole entire life. 30 years. Maybe 30 plus years. 30 years. 30 years. So yeah, I was in the bar business my whole life. Being in the bar business, being a bartender. Some of the bars I was manager, so I was on a salary, but I still bartended also. Being a bartender and working in the bar business, and even being a waitress or a waiter, you work really relying on tips. So meaning, when the time comes for you to retire, collect Social Security and all that, you're not making anything. You're not going to make a lot of money. And that's why if you go to Las Vegas and you go into those casinos and you go to the bars, or you go and look at the cocktail waitresses, there's a lot of older people that are still working behind the bars in these casinos. Even in some of the bars, the local bars. And the reason why is because that's all they did was work in that industry their whole life. Their whole life. And when you work in that industry, you don't save money because you're all into the partying, the gambling, the drinking, you know, like spending the money on things, you know, so you're not smart and don't save your money. I wish I did, because I'd be in a lot better place financially if I did. So when the time comes that you can retire, collect Social Security, it's not enough to live off of. I have friends of mine that worked their whole entire life that weren't even in the bar business. They worked really hard, like as a welder, construction, like since they were 16. And the only reason they're not working anymore right now is due to health issues. They physically cannot work. But they're at the age where they're getting their Social Security. And they're not even making $1,000 a month after working their whole entire life. Whole life. So, me, for my future, everything that you guys see me doing, including this YouTube channel right here, is for my future. Because I know that when I get to the retirement age, I'm not going to be able to support myself. And I don't foresee myself being in a relationship by then. You know, so I'm not going to have a significant other to help me financially. And I think you guys, if y'all have followed my channel for a while, y'all know I'm a pretty independent person anyway. So I don't want to be 80 years old, homeless on the streets, like a lot of people are. So I do all this for my future. I would like to be able to make this land sustainable. So when the time comes that I'm not able to physically do a lot of things anymore, I'm able to live off of what I have here. For my future also, I have two big goals right now. And this goes towards my future. I'd love to be able to have a food truck, guys. And that is a huge goal of mine, because you guys know that I love cooking. I have the cookbook that I just published last year. I love cooking, and I love feeding people and seeing how much they enjoy my food. And so I really would love to have a food truck, and I'd love to take that food truck down to Quartzsite and sell my food down in Quartzsite to all the people that I know down there, and then start putting money in the savings for my future, for when I get older. I also have a dream of having a campground. And so I could have that campground and have the money in the savings. And then also maybe when I'm older, if I still had the campground, have somebody run it for me. And I could be 80, 90 years old, just not having to worry, you know. So that was a good question, Rich. I have goals. And I do look at my future a lot. Yeah. So everything that you guys see me doing all the time, it's for my future. Most definitely. Okay. Let's see. Nicole Lacey said, I'm thinking of buying land off-grid in Arizona, probably. What are your thoughts of a single woman, same age as you, doing it alone? Do you think it's safe? That's a good question. There's lots of women. There's lots of women that do this by themselves. The reason I'm not doing it by myself, and I went into getting the property with 2 other people, which I already addressed earlier in this video, is I'm on social media. So with me putting myself out there on social media in the cruel and evil world that we live in, I did not feel like it was safe for me to get land by myself. People are smart. They can figure out where you're at just by looking at the types of trees that you have on the property, or the mountains in the background, and anything. People are very, very smart. I just recently posted a video not too long ago, and there was this thing in the background, and somebody guessed exactly where I was in the comments just by seeing that thing in the background, which I thought was kind of crazy, because there are tons of other things like that in the United States, I'm sure. So I think if you're not on social media, and you don't have a big following on social media, and you don't start trying to post, you know, things about your land, showing your land, or talking about your land, or anything like that, I think you would be fine. You can also look into getting land where you have neighbors, but they're not really close to you, but they're still in distance of you. And meet those neighbors and let them know, hi, you know, my name is Nicole, and just want to introduce myself. And, you know, so it's not unsafe. We do live in a cruel and evil world, but just don't, I guess, what is the word? Don't bring the attention to you like I do. And then you should be fine. Most definitely. Linda Floyd said, excuse me, are you really happy with the purchase of barren land? I am. I'm very happy with this right here. You know, I know a lot of people are confused of why I decided to get land in the desert, in the high desert, and they think that I can't make this livable, and um, you know, but there's tons of other people in this county and the surrounding counties and even in this area right here that have been doing the off-grid living and the self-sustainable living and everything for many years. Many years. One of my neighbors down the road, he's completely set up down there. He's been out here for many years. So, I'm happy. I'm very happy with this place. I love the county. I love the town. I love the surrounding towns. All the people that I've met in the towns have been really nice and awesome so far. And I just love the seclusion of where we're at and the wide open views. And minus the wind, I feel like the weather is going to be great all year round, minus the wind. But I'm about to handle the wind situation soon. Da, 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 da. Somebody else saying plant trees, working on it. This is a good question right here. I hope I say your name right. Cinerose88 said, "Hi, Gypsy. Been watching your channel for a while. Thank you." I know why you started Nomad Life. However, what was the catalyst that made you decide to buy your own land with your friends and start an off-grid home base? Were you experiencing burnout with all of the traveling? I'm not a full-time nomad. I travel about 8 months out of the year and have a home base in Missouri. I know firsthand, even with part-time nomad life, the burnout is real, and I was just wondering. Well, you just said it right there. You travel 8 months out of the year and you have a home base in Missouri. I wanted to have a home base. And whereas the first couple of years of traveling full time around this country and everything and around the states, it was amazing. It was awesome. The first couple of years I didn't travel with one other person. I did it all by myself. I did it alone because I was on this journey of self-healing and trying to discover who I was and work on myself mentally. And I was able to really take in the nature that way and really take in all the beautiful places. So it was like a natural high for me the first few years of traveling around these states and getting to experience and see all the beautiful Mother Nature and wildlife all that we have here in this country. But after those first couple of years, yes, the burnout would hit me every once in a while. A lot of people don't respect the time limits of where you can camp at for free and set up for free. But me, I respected that. So basically, I was moving every 14 days. So meaning every 14 days, you have to move, you have to find a new spot to go set up camp in. Then the YouTube channel, I always wanted to make sure there was stuff for me to film and everything. The gas started getting really, really high. Moving around so much and spending money on the gas. It was time. I had been wanting to have land on my own for a very long time. I actually had started looking at land a couple of years ago, but I was nervous to get land by myself due to the safety issues. And then when my two amazing friends that I got the land with here, when they mentioned they wanted to get land also, I knew that these two people were somebody that I could absolutely trust with my life. I could have as my family because we are a family here now. And I knew it would be smart to do that. It was time. And you guys don't worry. I plan on still maybe doing like you, traveling 8 months and then having a home base to come back to, you know. So I'm just taking this year to get this home base livable. Da, da, da. Still, see, I'm reading all these, like I'm just trying to scan through them real fast so there's not a bunch of like silence. Lots of compliments, so I do appreciate that. That makes me feel really good to see all that. Georgia Girl 1118, she left a comment, and it's not really a question, but I'm going to read her comment. She starts off with saying, "This is just my opinion. It seems like the wind on your property is going to be an ongoing issue." I agree. You know how it is. Whatever bothers you from the get-go is only going to get amplified over time. I have a feeling you're going to be sick of that wind and snow sooner than you think. I haven't heard you call your property paradise like you did the land that you're on in this video. I was in Flagstaff camping when I made this video that she's talking about. So, won't you miss being around trees, grass, and animals? I personally would feel deserted in the desert. Oh, there is a question. So with that being said, my big question is, sorry, Georgia Girl, how does your new property make you feel when you're driving up to it? Do you feel like you're entering your paradise? Does it feel like home? Or is it just the best you can do for now? That's a good question, Georgia Girl. Go dogs! Go dogs. Georgia Bulldogs. And there was a lot of people that commented underneath your post that said they agreed with that it was a good comment there. I get it. I haven't been here that long. I've only been here for like 3 months now. That's it. I'm still getting to know the land. I'm still getting a feel for the land. So no, I haven't called it my paradise yet. I'm still going to be able to go see those trees and the other animals and the grass and everything, as you saw in the video that you commented under. I'm still going to travel, so I'll still be able to have the best of both worlds. I'll be quite honest with you. Now that I have my shed done, the very first project that I've done on the property, now that I have that done, and I watched myself build that shed, and get everything done to the shed, it boosted my, what is the word, happiness for this land. There was a word for it, I just couldn't think of it. So it's not my paradise yet, but it will be. I do love it. I do love being here at this land. And now that I got that shed done and this new project that I have coming up that I'm so excited for, it has made me want to even work harder and get more things done and everything. It's not my paradise yet, but it will be. Gotta give it time. Gotta give it time. So, I'm happy. I really am happy. And as far as all the other places, like the trees and the grass and the animals at all these other places, I'm going to still be able to experience that. driving distance from here. I have the beautiful pine trees, tons of wildlife, that grass. So yeah, I can just take trips to go see all that. Mother Nature, period, is my paradise. Just period. Mother Nature. All of it. Whether it's mountains, desert, forest, trees, grass. It's all paradise to me. And this is my home. And it will be my 100% paradise soon. That new project I have coming up, I know I keep talking about it, but that's going to have a lot to do with that paradise. So, then we have a bunch of people that was talking about Savannah said, I'm at a loss because I haven't seen anyone here attacking Miss Gypsy with hate. Maybe I'm missing something. That's because, like I said, my moderators are doing a pretty good job of keeping that hate out of my channel, so I appreciate that. Savannah also says she wants to show us her life in the desert and then asks us what we think. So we interact and give our opinions like she asks. The desert is a harsh environment. That's not hate. It's truth. It's an opinion. I don't delete those comments. That's right. It is an opinion. It's y'all's opinion. And just like that, I love the high desert and I love the desert period. That's my opinion. I find this beautiful. My opinion. You don't. Your opinion. I don't delete those comments. I've already addressed in this video what I do delete. But then good old Judy that we have, you know, she had to put her 2 cents in here because she likes to do that on all my videos with her 2 cents. So, once again, Judy said something about she doesn't watch my videos or interact. But Judy, you sure do like to comment under all my videos. So thank you for helping out my algorithm. I appreciate that because every comment that you post underneath my videos helps my algorithm and helps you to push my videos out more. So appreciate it, Judy. Thank you. Keep up with the comments. Appreciate it. Let's see. Lots of people just being nice. Silver Ghost said, so you changed the channel name and left your dream shed in the barren high desert? I've never changed my channel name. My name is still the same on my channel. Has been since day one that I started the channel. I guess you're talking about I left my dream shed in the barren high desert because in the video that you're commenting under, I was in Flagstaff in the force. I addressed in the video also of why I went to Flagstaff. It's because I had to drive across the state to go get her food because I forgot to do a change of address for her food delivery. So I had to go pick up her specially ordered food that she's on for her special diet with her health conditions. So yeah, I had to leave my beautiful shed in this beautiful barren desert to go pick up her food. And I will be taking more road trips now after doing that because I realized that It's good for my mental health, and it's good for me to take a break to go do these road trips and then come back here, start on work again. So hopefully that I answered your question, Silver Ghost. Slab City 1996 said, do you plan on having a garden on my homestead? Most definitely. Yes. And my friends out there that got the land with me, we all would like to have a greenhouse. We just talked about that the other day, actually. That is all new to all of us. None of us have done gardening. None of us have ever grown vegetables. None of us have ever had a greenhouse, especially in the desert. So we have to do our major research on that first. We are thinking about doing the greenhouse where it's built a little bit underground a little bit, and then growing the vegetables. So we have to do our research on that, just like I'm doing my research on this right here, because this is all new to me too. But yes, definitely will be having a garden, which will be in a greenhouse, because we want it to be enclosed. We don't want the wildlife eating our food. So hopefully that might be done sometime this year, getting a greenhouse, because we just talked about it. So yeah. Sorry, I had to take a little break there. Looks like this video might be longer than an hour, so I apologize, but I'm not going to do a part 3 and part 4, so alrighty, let's see. Perry says next time you dig, you might try using a digger to listen to the ground. See, I mean, I'm coming up with some negative comments right here, you know. I mean, but they're not like cruel, you know. So I'll leave the negative comments up here because it's your opinions. It's your negative opinions. So the cruel and horrible comments are the ones that I have taken down. So your negative opinions, I don't delete, you know. So we're all allowed to have our opinions, whether I agree with them or not, and I'm allowed to have my opinion, whether you guys agree with it or not also. So yeah, I don't delete all, and I don't have my moderators delete all the negative comments. It's the ones that are very hurtful and trashy and threatening. Those are the ones that I delete. But just because you want to call my land trash or a wasteland, or tell me that my view is horrible, or tell me that I am horrible to look at, gray boa, I'm not going to delete those comments because, hey, they help my algorithm. So thank you. Appreciate it. It's the hateful ones that I delete. Desert Girl 5601, you must like the desert too. She asked, can I get a well, and if so, what is the rough price? So I've already talked to a few people in the area about a well out here, and you know, the way they charge you for digging a well out here is how deep you go. So they give you a limit of, like, companies will give you a limit of how far down they'll go, and that's going to be a certain amount of price. So you have to pay for that price no matter what. then they'll ask you, do you want us to keep going? It's going to be this amount more for so-and-so more feet. Basically, after talking to a few different people in this area, it looks like it's almost 900 feet to get down, to dig a well here. And then one other person said that even getting down to that far, the water is not that good. It's still brown water, and it's not a lot of water. That is thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that we just cannot afford right now. So a well is not in our vision as of right now. We're just going to basically use our water tanks that we have for water. Well will be one of the last things that we look into, because it's just, even if we decide to do a well in the future, it's just way, I don't think it would be worth it here, basically. So, so that's not something we're considering right now. Debo Vin said, sounds of buyer's remorse. And 10 people like that comment. I don't know where you're getting that sound from, because nowhere in my videos have I showed any remorse of buying this land right here. I'm happy. I like the land. I love the views. I love the town. And I love the two people that I got the land with. So, no remorse at all. Just more happiness in my life. Where's your favorite and least favorite place to camp? Deborah Rosa 8576 asked that. I really don't have a favorite place. Well, I have to say, last year being up in the mountains and forest of Idaho was probably one of the most epic places for me personally that I camped at. It was just, it wasn't packed with campers. It was just beautiful Mother Nature everywhere. You had every type of nature all around you, wildlife. It was so serene up there in Idaho. But I mean, everywhere that I've gone, I find the beauty of it everywhere. I really do. So I don't really have an absolute favorite. I will say, every year I look forward to when quartzite season starts, which is at the end of the year and the beginning of the year. So I do look forward to quartzite every year. And whereas that is the harsh, deep, bland desert, most definitely, the vibes that I have there does my soul good. So maybe quartzite, but that's just a personal reason for me. Because I do look forward to quartzite every year. It's my happiness going to quartzite and camping there. Even though you don't have the beautiful views, you know, in quartzite, but it's a happy place for me, so. And Deborah, thank you for following along on my journey. Oh, somebody from Scotland. Pauline. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Okay, so Lee the bee, that's cute, had a little question, I guess. And I've seen a few other people actually say something about this in the comments before. So this seems to be something that a few other people have mentioned. Lee the Bee said, here's a question. The words "my land" sounds so impersonal, like you're renting a driveway or a parking spot. I'm thinking it's a mental block, a way out for you. Check your thoughts. Start making it a home. You will feel better about it, even happier. Start making the place yours by calling it a ranch, a homestead, a home, even your special place. You will enjoy it more as it becomes reality. Let's see, what time is it right now? I'm gonna have to take a break in a minute because I gotta start the live video for little one's birthday live, and she can open up all her gifts. Yeah, that's in about 45 minutes. A few people have actually said that, and you know, I've already addressed it in one of the other videos. Even though every once in a while I still call it a homestead, I feel weird calling it a homestead because I feel like for a homestead is when you have livestock, you have animals, you have a garden growing, you're growing your own food, making your own food, and I'm not there yet, you know. I've only been here for a few months. So, it is a future homestead, most definitely. But I feel weird calling it a homestead at this moment. I guess that all goes into, I feel like if I start calling it a homestead, I'm going to get so much slack from people going, oh, it's not a homestead, Sarah. Why are you calling it a homestead? You're calling it a homestead for views or whatever. And I got to stop caring about what those negative people think. I really do. So, but I know that I call it my land, my property, or whatever a lot. I know that over on the West Coast, when you have a certain amount of acreage of land, it is considered a ranch. Over on the East Coast, whenever you have a certain amount of land, acreage of land, it's called a farm. So I get that. And we did talk about naming our property and stuff. So we have talked about naming our property. I need to start calling it my home. It's just a habit. I call it my land, my property, you know, like it's just a habit. So, it's my home, you know, and it is a future homestead. So I'm sorry that I keep calling it property, land. It's just a habit, and nothing negative when I say that, you know, so yeah. Sorry. Anthony Pelos said, did I know that my lot was in a windswept area before I bought it? And are you planning to install some sort of windbreak, plantings, or fencing? The big project that I have coming up is going to take care of that windbreak. Did we know that it was a windy area? Most definitely we did. We did. It's a high desert. It's a wide open space with hardly any trees. So we obviously knew that it was a windy area. The elevation is 7,000 feet. High elevation is definitely high winds. We just probably didn't expect it to be an everyday thing. So today is the first day, and I hope I'm not jinxing it. It is the first day, the very first day, and I'm not even kidding, where it's not windy. And the whole time that we've been here on the property. And they say the springtime is the worst out of the whole entire year for the high winds. And we arrived here during the springtime. Spring is over now. Summer has started. And I can already start to see a little difference. Like today. So, yeah, we knew. We definitely knew. I'm going to take a break now so we can do our live video. And then I'll come back and hopefully answer the rest of the questions on here, because it looks like there's still a good bit. So, time to take a break and celebrate little one's birthday. Come here. Come here. Come here. Do you want to celebrate your birthday with everybody? Huh? Well, by the time you guys are watching this, we will already have celebrated her birthday on live video. So if you want to see that celebration and where she's opening up her gifts, because she likes to open up her gifts, she really does, go to my live video playlist section, and it'll be your most recent live video with little one wearing a birthday hat and saying it was her birthday live stream. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. She seems very tired though. Very tired. She's about to wake up though when she sees her gifts. You want a treat? You want a birthday treat? Let's get birthday treat. Let's get birthday treat. We're gonna get birthday treats. Birthday treats. Birthday treats. Birthday treats. Oh, we gotta get awake for our birthday. Our birthday. Woohoo. Uh-oh. You drop it. Giggle. No one. Do you want to tell everybody? Say, I had a really good birthday live stream. I put a little dress on for my birthday live stream. Well, Mama put the dress on me. And then I got all these gifts. All these gifts that Mama got me. Ooh, yay. They all made noise. But that was exhausting. I get tired and wore out very easily, so it's time for Mommy to get back to answering all of y'all's questions. Good one. Okay, and she's back at her toys. Alrighty. Let's put your toys over here so Mama can finish answering everybody's questions. Whew. That was really cute. I had all her toys wrapped, and she opened all her presents up herself with a little bit of help. Okay. Donald Hannah said, how tall am I? 5'5". I'm short. I'm a shorty. 5'5". Susan Olson said, you go, girl. Wish I were younger. I'd be right there with you. Did you ever want children other than little one? I talked about that topic in one of my videos before. It's been a long time though. It's been a couple of years. I could never have kids. So, I could never have kids. So it wasn't a choice that I didn't have kids. I'm happy and content with my fur babies. I treat them like they're my actual children. I think if I did have kids, I probably would not be living this lifestyle, and I think my life would have gone a whole different direction. Sometimes I do wish that I was able to have a kid, you know, to have a carry on my legacy, you know, all these videos and everything that I'm putting out. It would have been nice to have a kid to see these videos when I'm long and gone or something, you know. But I have friends that have kids, and then I have my cousins that have kids that I absolutely love. So obviously so yeah, I mean, it wasn't by choice. I just could never, I just medically and physically was not able to ever have kids. But I love my life, and yeah, I love my life. And like I said, if I had kids, I don't think I'd be living this life right here. I think it would have went a different direction. So, let's see. James Peters said, is it difficult to get water delivered to your property? Not at all. There are tons of water delivery places out here. Tons. In the surrounding areas, everything. Luckily, I did meet somebody that has followed my channel for a while, actually, way before I met him, and he has a water delivery place. Also owns a shed place, in one of the towns. But he will be the one that's going to deliver my water, because I got to meet him, and he's followed the channel for a while, and since he has supported me and following my channel, I'd like to support him and his business that he has and have him deliver my water. So like I said, I'm about to get this water tank set up and everything now. I don't have it set up as of right now, so we haven't had a water delivery yet. But in the next couple of weeks, I will be getting water finally delivered, because I will have the water tank set up finally. But it's not difficult, and actually it's not expensive either to have water delivered. So it's not a bad price. And most of these water delivery places, they will only deliver 1,000 gallons at a time, majority of them. So the three of us getting our water delivered at the same time together, we're going to be able to split that cost 3 ways. So that's going to save us some money right there too. Deborah Nelson said, what kind of air conditioner do I have in the bus? And how do I like the power station that was sent to me by the company Avery? I love it. I love that power station. It is doing an amazing job, and it's amazing. You know, these power stations, they have the battery, the inverter, they have all the charger, everything all built into one, and that saves you a lot of money instead of having to buy an inverter, a control charger, you know, batteries and all that stuff. So this power station that the company sent me was a game changer for me. Right now I have, you know, solar panels hooked up to it permanently right now, and it is running my AC unit inside the shed and also my refrigerator, keeping it on 24/7. Not the AC, but as far as an AC unit goes inside the bus, somebody did, because I did have the Zero Breeze AC unit on my Amazon wish list when I first got this land right here, and I was excited to have the Zero Breeze AC unit. So the AC unit got here, it arrived, started filming, opening it, and all that stuff, talking about it, only to find out that it was throwing an error code right away. So I got a broken AC unit, basically, and I also had an extra battery for it. So with the extra battery, the AC unit, all of it, it was about $2,600 worth of products, only for it to arrive broke. I understand that sometimes with shipping and, you know, packages, especially electronic stuff and everything, appliances, they could get damaged along the shipping, you know, traveling process or whatever. But the company, for about a month and a half, I fought with this company so hard, trying to get the person that bought the unit for me, trying to get them their money back for this broken unit. Honestly, I just wanted them to send me a new unit, and they never did. They kept saying that they were going to just give me a gift card on Amazon for the money for the unit. And I thought that was inappropriate because I didn't buy the unit. One of my subscribers bought the unit. So I thought that was very inappropriate for them to give me the money for something that somebody else bought me, that they paid for with their own money. So for a month and a half, I fought with this company. Mind you, they didn't have a phone number. I had to go through their Instagram page. I had to go through so much trouble with this company, guys. So much trouble. Zero Breeze, do not recommend that company at all. It was horrible. I finally had to let Amazon take over the whole entire thing for me because it was an item on my wish list. And finally, after a couple weeks of Amazon dealing with this company, we were able to get that money. I had to return the products back to this company. Only for them, first time I returned the product back to them, the product got sent back to me because they gave me a fake address, this company. So they gave me a fake address. So I had to pay out of my pocket $100 and something to have it shipped to them the first time, only to have it shipped back to me because of them giving me a fake address. So then after Amazon got involved into this and was going to take their products off of their website and everything, that's when they gave me an actual address. I had to pay $100 and something again, money that I can't afford, to ship this product back to them the second time to their correct address. Long story short, the subscriber that bought the air conditioner unit for me, the money was refunded back to them. I decided not to go with that company at all. I went to Walmart, got this stand-up AC unit that is 5,000 BTU, meaning it's very low wattage. And I have that inside the bus now. I've been using that in the bus for about a month now, and I'm very happy and content with that. So, and it was only $130, I think, at Walmart, and it's doing fine. So, and then I got a window AC unit for the shed, which is also 5,000 BTU. So there, it looks like there's a lot more questions on here. So I think what I'm going to do, because I don't want this video to be any longer, I'm going to take the rest of the questions that are on here and I'm going to physically answer them by typing out the answers in your comments here. So for all the rest of the questions that you guys answered that are not on the actual videos here, they will be answered under the Q&A video, the original video where you ask the questions. I think that's the best thing to do, because otherwise we're going to be, it's starting to get hot and I need to turn the AC unit on now, actually. Sun's starting to come out after our cloudy day that we've had. And I need to spend the rest of the day with my baby for her birthday. So the rest of the questions that everybody asked will be answered on the actual video where you guys ask the questions. I'm going to go ahead and say, for all the new people that don't really know a whole lot about me, wondering who this crazy girl is with all the tattoos and the crazy looking hair and the cute little doggy. You know, I didn't get to a question yet of why I started this lifestyle. Maybe it's somewhere in here, but I mean, in the past on my videos, I've been an open book about my past and my life and the good and the bad, a lot of the bad, you know. I've definitely been an open book. If you guys want to know a little bit about me, a little bit more about me and my life and my past and why I'm doing this, I have a whole entire playlist section called My Life Stories, and pretty much all those videos talk about my past, what I've gone through, what I've overcome, why I started this lifestyle, and it pretty much answers a lot of things. It'll answer why I do certain things, you know, and stuff. So so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video because it's long enough. I do want to say one thing. I end every one of my videos with typing out the words, always stay humble and kind. It would be nice if everybody could practice at least one act of kindness every single day, whether it just be smiling at some random stranger, or saying hi to some random stranger, or helping your neighbor with something, or being kind, do some kind thing with your dog or your pet or something, or whatever, you know. We live in a crazy world, and kindness goes a long way. It really does. And I just wish that more people would practice it every day. So that's about it. So always stay humble and kind. Till next time.